Good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to our Investing Bros Market Talk episode 3. It's our third episode right here. So this is where, as per our background, as you can see, Jimmy having a US background, just in case you can't recognize, it's Manhattan, right, Jimmy?
Yes, it is actually Manhattan. Yeah.
Okay, and of course me in Singapore, and we will try to talk topics which is related to our background. Okay, of course, this week we have something quite interesting. Okay, if you have been reading the news, so something happened to Binance. For those who don't know what the Binance is, of course, it's related to Bitcoin, and of course cryptocurrency trading. And we actually have Jimmy, who is very into it. Okay, have done some research. And he probably is in very good position to answer some questions we have related to what happened to Binance. And of course, for those who don't know, okay, I think you should watch this video so that you roughly know what is happening. And of course, for those who are invested, you have some money there. So what's next? What do you have to do? Okay, so Jimmy, okay, the court is yours. Go ahead, please, Jimmy.
Okay. So let me just quickly share my screen. So what happened was that MAS actually ordered Binance.com to stop service in Singapore. And they actually create some kind of a concern. It's like, what happened? What does it mean? What is it going to do with the cryptos if we are using Binance.com? So by the way, for those who are not invested in crypto, Binance.com is an exchange. It's like your stock exchange whereby you trade different shares. So Binance is basically an exchange place or used to trade different cryptocurrencies. So basically it is what it is at that point. Now, so what has MAS actually done? It says that on Straits Times, it says that MAS actually placed Binance.com on the investor alert list. All right, investor alert list. And because that Binance is not regulated or licensed in Singapore to provide any payment service. So in this case that MAS has actually ordered Binance to stop providing payment service in Singapore. So what essentially is happening is that right now is that there is no payment service, or rather to stop payment service from Binance.com, all right, to any of the so-called regulated bodies such as your banks or anything like that. And there is no ban. So people were saying, oh, we are able to ban Binance. No, it is not true. So Binance.com is still there. All right. If you want to do your, to trade your currency, your cryptos over there, that's perfectly fine. It's still there. It's just that you can't wire your money, nor you can actually withdraw from Binance.com, nor Binance will be able to solicit new businesses from Singapore. All right. So anything with on a Singapore dollars basis, Binance.com is no longer be able to do that. So that's
Jimmy, if you don't mind, let me just jump in here a bit. So I understand there's actually this thing called Binance.com, and there's a Binance either .sg or Binance.com.sg. So is there actually a difference between these two entities?
Yes,
one with the SG, one's without. Yeah.
Yes, there is. So Binance.sg is owned by Binance Asia, and that is actually included in the MAS so-called exempted list, right? So in other words, Binance.sg, all right, Binance.sg does allow payment. So that has not in the alert list. So there are two different legal entities altogether, although they share the name called Binance, but they are completely different entity.
But they are related, right?
They are related with the parents company, but then they have a completely different legal entity.
I see. So what you're saying now is only Binance.com is affected by the news, and Binance.sg there's no impact. Am I right to say that?
Yeah, you're correct. And
thank you.
Now, but then again, let me explain one level down is that Binance.com is not allowed to do business with Binance.sg, even though they have the same name.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, because of the DPT, which I'm going to talk about it later. All right.
Great. Can't wait for it. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So so what happened is this. There is Binance. So the question here is that is Binance.com safer? So we have an article from Reuters dated in October 23rd, 2018. it says that Temasek-backed Vertex is actually invested in this Binance company or this exchange. So according to this articles, was reported in Straits Times and Reuters as well, is that it is backed by Singapore State Temasek Holdings, and as Binance is one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange and prepared to expand its operations in the Southeast Asia and India funds and regions as well. So Temasek is investing in Binance with the idea, with the vision that this exchange will basically expand, reach out to all other parts of Asia. Now, so we may think that, hey, Temasek is investing, so Binance must be very safe. So yes, you may say that, but then again, history will tell us quite a few things, which of course we have to ask ourselves whether if this is safe or not. So number one question I will ask myself is that there is no indication that how much Vertex is actually invested in Binance. So that's number one question. And number two is that this news has been reported in the year 2018. And is this investment still relevant after 4 years? Because I couldn't find any information about Vertex in Binance. So it may be a news that was 4 years ago, and right now that investment may be pulled out. We do not know. So that's something for us to dig further and to find out if Binance.com is safe. Now, other than Singapore, the other point I want to point out is that which other countries have raised their red flags. So over the last 2 years, by the way, Binance has, different countries has raised different red flags on Binance itself. So namely UK, US, Germany, Italy, Hong Kong, Japan, Thailand, and Malaysia. So all these countries has raised their red flags for different reasons, all right? But mostly it's all related to payment, right? So why is it payment important? Is because once payment go unregulated, then it goes back to a lot of what we call illegal money laundering kind of things, right? So all these countries basically raise their red flags and say, you know what, if you not being transparent, if you do not apply for fulfill a certain criteria, then we will not allow you to make more transactions using my currency. So in US, it will be US dollars, in UK it will be British pounds, and then in Hong Kong it will be Hong Kong dollars, so on and so forth. So that these are the basically right now is happening. And the latest to the list is of course Singapore. So as a Binance investor, I mean, if you are using Binance to do your cryptocurrency exchange, what you may ask yourself, so what to do next, So there are basically three options right now. Number one is that you do nothing. The only thing that you are not going to get is that you will no longer be able to wire any money into Binance.com, nor take it out with what we call Singapore dollars or through your proper licensed bank institute from Singapore into Binance.com. You can't do that anymore. But you still allowed to trade within Binance.com. So you can choose to do nothing. All right. Number two is that you may want to withdraw the coins that you have in the exchange and put it in your cold wallet, or you may want to transfer that into an online wallet such as MetaMask. And all these are basically proper wallets for you to keep your coins. Or number three is that you may want to move on to other platforms such as Coinbase, Gemini, or CoinHeckles. So these are the three options for you all to consider that what to do with, in case if you have certain coins in the Binance.com, what are you going to do about it? So these are the three options for your considerations. Now, talking about Binance itself, it is basically the largest cryptocurrency spot exchanges. As you can see from the screen over here, and I highlighted, the kind of a volume for per day is at 25 billions versus Coinbase at 4 billion. So their transaction is nearly like, 6 times, right? 6 times. And they are really huge, and they are looking to go for IPO in the US in the near term sooner. So the CEO is now, looking towards the IPO itself. So is Binance going to take your money, take your coins and run away and disappear? I really doubt so, given the fact that they are even bigger than, Coinbase exchange. Coinbase is a listed company, by the way, and they make a hell lot of money. Binance is definitely making more money than Coinbase. It doesn't make any sense for the CEO or for the team to run away with the cryptos itself. So looking at this is that I would say Binance itself are relatively safe, if you choose to stay with them without doing anything. As I said, the only thing that affect you is the payment, payment, withdrawing or depositing amount of money inside there. Now, lastly is that we want to know is that what are the platforms approved by MAS? So I did a little research into the details. Is that no digital payment token, in short DPT, is approved by MAS. So in other words, currently as it goes right now, there is no platform is approved by MAS. There isn't, all right? So which means that, just now when I talk about CoinHako and, Gemini and Coinbase, how does it work then? Okay, so MAS has what they call a exempted entity. So under this Payment Service Act, there is a exempted entity. So let me quickly show you what does it mean. So over here, you can actually Google for that information. It says entities that have notified MAS pursuant to Payment Act services and exemptions for specific period. And these are the list of companies that is being exempted. So these are the company that has actually applied for license, but MAS has not issued one. But then again, they are being exempted. And these are the lists that, they've been using. So if we look at it, we see familiar names like Alipay, which is able to use it in Singapore. You can find, let's say like Binance Asia. Binance Asia means Binance.sg, right? So this is okay. You can look at Coinbase, right? And then you can look at CoinHako. CoinHako will be EFGH. See, Hako. So this is CoinHakos. So these are all approved one. And you have, of course, Gemini. Yes, of course, Gemini. I forgot about this. Gemini. See, Gemini Trust. So these are the approved one. And as long as you are using this approved one, you are perfectly fine with that, right? So with this, I hope that I have clarified some of the things about Binance. There's no reason to be panicked. But again, if you want to make sure, that you are not running into the wrong side of the law, you may just consider to move some of, in fact, to move everything that you are doing in Binance.com to so-called the MAS, the exempted list one, the approval one. So I think that explained everything about the crypto exchange at this point of time. Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy. This is short and sweet. So really, to be frank, I know nothing about crypto. I'm the traditional guy, even though I'm so much younger than you.
No problems.
Thanks to the two of you. Okay, one last question before I let you go. Okay, so of course, you mentioned just 3 methods. So what will you do? Can you just share a bit?
So personally, what I will do is that I will transfer it to other platforms, like Coinbase or CoinHakos. And then, but because most of the time I'm actually going into yield farming, to earn the high interest, then I will actually go into Holden, this kind of, high interest yield kind of accounts that will actually allows me to earn some interest, while I park my money there as well. So yeah, so I'm moving more to I'm inclined to options number 3, which is moving to other platforms. Yes.
Okay, great. So thank you once again. So for those watching this, hopefully this video has been meaningful to you. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, please key them in the comment section below as much as we can. We'll reply to you. Also, for those who have more questions for Jimmy, please do so. And of course, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube videos, click on the subscribe button so that you can enjoy more of such video as this. Okay. So with that, I think that's all I have. Jimmy, anything, any last things you want to say before we go?
No more. Always trade safe, and remember, crypto is always high risk investment.
Okay. So with that, thank you so much. Hopefully we see you in our episode 4 very soon. Okay. See you again.